Yep, I'm live and we will just dive fucking right in. Boot.dev, that is not it. Yep, this is it. And today we have to create something. Build a book bot. Okay, you are building a real command line application in Python that does data analysis on text files or rather entire novels like Frankenstein, Moby Dick, or Pride and Prejudice. You will be guided through the step up of a professional development environment using Python, Git, and GitHub. This is the perfect first Python project for beginners. Let's start the course then. Welcome to Bootbook and shit. While watching the video, I will have to put down the music. This is perhaps your first ever Python project. No, and almost certainly your first one on Boot.dev. Yep. Congratulations. We are building BookBot, a Python program that analyzes novels and prints a statistical report of the word and character usage found within. Our learning goals are to configure a professional Python development environment on your local computer, practice building a full project from scratch, deploy a Python project on your personal GitHub account, learn how to use professional code editor like VS Code. I will be using them. Here is a quick demo video. You might want to full screen. Yep. Just wait a minute. Shit, I could have stopped it from there, right? Yep, that is faster. That is cool. Hmm. That is easy. I got this. Even if it was hard, I still would have given it time and done it. Boot.dev CLI. Throughout this course, you will be using the Boot.dev CLI to run our tests, which are just CLI commands against your local environment. Install it now. If you don't already have it, I have it. All the instructions and troubleshooting info are on the GitHub page. Make sure the boot.dev CLI installed work. Yep, boot.dev version. Let me put in a new terminal. Boot.dev version and yep, it is working. Right, a new version is available. Boot.dev upgrade and it will upgrade. We can move on. Boot.dev login. All right. And where is Boot.dev? Which Boot.dev? Boot.dev is in Go. Okay, it is written in Go. Boot.dev login. I guess I am logged in. Wait, that is what I want. That is what I want in my chatting application. That someone would do something here and I would log in. Huh, that would be cool. Yep. And then assignment, once you have installed the CLI and you have logged in, copy and paste the run command from the right into your terminal and execute it. If it is doing what you are expecting, printing ready for bookbot, then run submit command. Uh, Um, okay, first this and then with the S flag for submit. And this is not the folder where I want to be doing this. Course is cd boot dev ls and another command. And I guess it is working fine. And now submit. That did submit. ls, there is nothing in there. Now, workspace. Many developers have spent years writing code but never develop good organization, and so they end up with project directories strewn haphaz- hap- haphazardly across their file system. I know it sounds silly, but it gets painful to manage so many projects. That is why I use the system I am about to show you. To be clear, you can organize your code however you prefer on your machine, but this method has served me very well, and it is based on how Golang used to enforce code organization. My system is simple. In workspace, my name, then username, then repository. For example, workspace github.com, hostname, all right, and boot.dev, that is username, and then curriculum. Okay, and okay, go rabbit MQ. This keeps all my projects in a predictable location on my system, and I will never have naming conflicts because it is based on the remote repository URL. Adopt my system if you like, but you don't have to. Assignment. Regardless of whether you choose my system or not, you do need a project directory for this. Create a new repo on GitHub in your personal namespace called bookbot. Make sure that this repo is public. You check the box to initialize the repo with a readme. Once the repo is created, paste in the URL of your repo in the right GitHub and create a new repository called bookbot and add a readme, make it public, bookbot, create a repo, copy URL, paste it here and run all checks, and there we go. Next, git clone. By creating a project on GitHub first and then cloning it down, the remote connection between your local project and GitHub is configured automatically. If you start your project on your local machine and push it up later, there are a few more steps involved. I prefer git clone to git init plus remote add origin. Mhm. Okay, because I am lazy and hate typing. Okay, in the first one, you are creating a project from scratch in GitHub and then cloning it down. And in the second one, you are pushing it. First creating it locally, initializing it locally, and then pushing it. Assignment: clone your remote repository down onto your local machine at the location you want your new project directory to live. If you are following my system, that means somewhere like this. You would run something like this. Yep, let's do it. SSH. Hmm. I don't know about all of these commands. I will know about them. Git clone and paste cd bookbot, and then if all goes, do ls cd into the bookbot. If you are using VS Code, I can recommend reopening the project in VS Code now, right? And then do this. First this, and yep, that works. Now I can submit. Yep, that did work. README. README is a markdown documentation file that is supposed to explain what your project is and how to run it. And if you are a real developer trademark, then it's always out of date and it doesn't provide enough info. Assignment: let's update the readme.md file that GitHub made for you, or you can add it if you didn't check the box to make one. Open your readme.md in your editor and update the contents to be sure that it matches. We will be checking. Okay, copy. No arch link. Syntax is how you make a link markdown. Anchor and then link. Anchor and then link. All right, so boot.dev goes to here. Okay, save the file and resubmit. All right, I can simply do cat this thing, or maybe not this. Um, cat or echo. Not cat. Yep, echo. Echo. Yep, this, and put this into readme.md. That should have worked. That actually should have worked. Are there? Yep, that should have worked, but okay, whatever. And readme, that actually did work. By the way, just saying that it did work. Yep, it did. Wait, what was it? Was book bot there, but in this there is no book bot. Then what will I do? I'll copy this, and since it is working, now I will submit it. And it is submitted. Now moving on. First commit. Shit. Remember, Git commits are used to save a snapshot of your code at a specific point in time. Each commit should represent a single logical change to your code base. For example, a commit might add a new feature, fix a new bug, rework a bit of your code to be more readable. I usually make 2 to 3 commits for each hour I spend coding. That is not a bad rule, but might help you gauge how often you might be committing. Assignment. Let's commit your readme.md file. View your diff as is a visual aid that shows you the difference between the two files. If you are in VS Code, you can do this. Yep. Click on it, and under changes, take a look on README, and I can see what the diff are. Git diff. I guess diff is a command, and yeah, see. Yep. In this file. No wait. What does this mean? Yep. I removed some stuff from readme.md and added some stuff. What did I remove? I removed this bookbot and I added this instead. And now git commit message, git add everything in this git commit message. What should the message be? Update this thing, and yep, I have committed. And after commit gh auth login. And now that your change has been committed locally, if you are in VS Code, you should notice that your source control tab on the left no longer has a blue notification. All your changes are committed. However, the commit hasn't been pushed up to your GitHub. For safekeeping, make sure you are authenticated with GitHub. I can use this to authenticate. Push your changes. Git push origin. Yep, I can do git remote. It says origin. Git push origin name, and that has worked. And run all checks. That works. Es funktioniert jetzt. Installing Python. Python is installed. Yep, Python is installed. I can do this, and it should work, and it does work. And after it, I'll just submit and move on to the next lesson, chapter, not lesson. Running Python. Yep, touch main.python, create a Python print main.py. Right. Print greetings bots. You're calling them bots. Okay. Echo this thing. Right. That is something to keep in mind. The commas. Put all of this into main.py. Right. And is there anything else? No. That should work. And that does work. Now just shit, that is not a good command. Submit. Yep, that does work. And book data. To be able to analyze a book, first we need to have a book to analyze. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I have Frankenstein, and Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein at the time of a plague or something, or she wrote it in the year with no sun, when there was no sun throughout the year because due to some volcanic eruption, and she was busy, she was very free. She was invited by Lord Baron, and Lord Baron told everyone present to do something, to make something, maybe kind of a challenge, and then she wrote fucking Frankenstein. I haven't read Frankenstein, but I have a copy, and I guess I will read it at some point. is a public domain. So let's start with that. Create a directory in your bookbot project called books and add a new frankenstein.txt file. Okay, open a browser and navigate to Project Gutenberg. Project Gutenberg, which Gutenberg created the printing press. Yes, fuck. So Project Gutenberg preserves books. Copy and paste the entire contents of the page into your Frankenstein file. That is Neanderthal technology. Just copy paste everything. Fuck that. Shit, that is not too long. I've read RFCs which are long. Okay, what do I have to create? Books Frankenstein.txt. Okay, okay. Make their books and books Frankenstein Frank KES Frankenstein Frankenstein.txt, paste the whole thing and yep, and create a book.ignore file in your Boot.dev that ignores the books folder. Okay, n dot git ignore. Yep, and what do I want to ignore? Dot slash books. And if you're using VS Code, you should see file turn gray in your file explorer, explorer, and that does not work. Ebook Frankenstein, the modern, and this ebook is for the use of anyone that I guess. Yep, that is good. Wait, nope. Submit, and that does work. That is fine. Level 22. I'm killing it. Read file. Yep. Now let's actually start. Actually build bookbot. Here are some things. Okay, let me build it on my own first. Main.py and remove this. Oh, fuck. Okay. For open, how do you open a file? With open file path to file as this. Okay. With open dot slash books slash Frankenstein comma in read mode as f, right? And now f dot read, right? And that is let's say text, that is the whole text, and then print text. Let's see if that much works. Python 3 main.py, and that much does work. Dot read file contents, read method. Yep, and I would like to take the path dynamically, of course, with block to open a file, and with the block with automatically close the file when the block is exited. Cleaning up resources. Read method. You can use the read method to read the contents of a file into a string. Right. Delete greetings bot, and yep, done that. Write a new function called get book text. It takes a file path as input and returns the contents of the file as a string. Write a main function that uses getBookText with the relative paths to your Frankenstein txt file to print the entire contents of the file to the console. Call main at the bottom of your file to execute your program. Test your program like this. And if it works, then do this. All right. And now, what is the function? Read getBookText. Def get book text. It will take in path, and then here it will do with. Okay, file equals nothing at the start, and then with open path in read mode as if or text equals f dot read and change this to text and then return text. Right, that should work. And in the main function, main, wait, I have to write a main function, right? And then call it at the end. Call main function at the bottom, right? Right. And def main, that is too high up. That does not take in anything, but it gets text equals get book text, and what is the path? Dot slash books slash Frankenstein, and wait, no semicolon, print text, and at the end call the main function python 3 main.py, and that does work. I can do this, test it first of all, and then that does no, command is standard output. That is not correct. Running temp Frankenstein, yes, that is correct. Expected is standard to Frankenstein or the modern Prometheus. Expect, right, Python 3. Uh, Maybe I am stupid. Running Python, yes, after running Python. Project Gutenberg, here, copy the contents of the page into your Frankenstein file. Or the pages, that is what I copied, the whole content of the book. So it should have worked. Yep, that does print the whole file. And the file ends at new book, ends at, yep, new ebooks, and that should work. Therefore, now let's see. Okay, for this exit code is this, and for this there is only standard out. So I guess that is correct and not wrong. Okay, what am I expecting? I guess that is correct. That is actually correct. Now count words. Time for our first bit of data analysis. Let's count the words in the book. Write a new function that accepts text from the book as a string and returns the number of words in the string. I can use the split method. A split method will be useful. Okay. Instead of printing the book's content, print this message to the console. Num words found in the document. Replace num words with the actual number of words in the book. All right. How to write a function that will take in, okay, and take in a text and return the number of words used in it. Get word count, take in text, and it will return text dot split it at space, right? And for I in this, let's say count starts at 0 and count plus equals 1, and at the end just return count instead of I. Let me use this, and in the main function, after getting the text, I will do word count equals get word count for the text that I got just now, and no semicolon in there. Print f this, and what is it? Number of words found in the document. So word count, words found in the document. Mint. That is it. That seems like it, and it should. Yep, that does seem to work. Let's see. How many words does it say? It says this many words, but for me, it is not that many words. Yep, this might be wrong. No, that is absolutely fucking correct. So I can just do this, save. Yep, mine is wrong. Mine is wrong. It says that the words should be this much, but for me, it is not that much. Use a split method in main. All right, and for this, text dot split at spaces. Spaces, yes, split it at spaces. Spaces, and to count +1, or for not being stupid, I can do this, return length of this thing, python main.py, and that is exactly what I got the last time, but that is still wrong. Submit and run the text. Instead of printing the documents, yeah, write a new function that accepts text from the word as a string and returns the number of words in the string. A split method will be helpful. It is not returning the correct number of words. And I guess my implementation seems pretty much correct. Let me test this for some custom functions. For some custom text equals 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should return 4. Python main.py, that does return 4, and that does return 4. That does return 4. Is it because this course is not updated? Well, number of words are not going to change in Frankenstein, that is for sure. Is it because I haven't gotten the full book or something? Control A or Command A, copy, Command C, and bookmark, books, and Frankenstein. Paste, and Python main.py, and 4 words because I'm using it for a custom function. Custom text, not clang here. Python 3 main.py. That is not correct. That is absolutely not correct. Expected is standard output to contain 75767 words. I'm more than 5,000 words short due to some reason. 5,000 words short. IRS. It says right here. Okay, why could that be happening? I am splitting on blank spaces. So, okay, let me use regular expression and split on blank spaces and also on new lines. How do I define a regular expression? VEX, nope. Regular expressions, backtick, and how do I want it to match? Either this or that. For that, I use this and a space and a new line. New line is \n. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That was not closed. What was not closed? What do you think was not closed? Statements must be separated by new lines or semicolons. Okay. How to define regex in Python data analytics? Wait, there was regex in Boot.dev. Some of maybe in one of the course that I took. There was there regex. If there was, it could have been in this, and there wasn't in this, and of course not there, and of course not in Git, and therefore there never was one. Import RE. Oh, yeah, that is not how I do it. Okay, so I have to do something on my own here, like that. Multiplying Python. That is wrong. I am splitting on words. I have to return the number of words, and I am considering a word to be anything that is separated by a space. Create a shit. I can now start the music. I can hear the music. Create a directory in your book what called Frankenstein. Okay, that was before. Now here, write a new function that accepts the text from the book as a string and returns the number of words in the string. The split method will be helpful here. Instead of printing the book contents, print this message. What's okay? I am splitting at spaces and getting a answer that is lower than the one you say. Yes, confirm. Let's see. What does it say? Interesting puzzle. When counting words in text, splitting at a space is a good start, but it might not catch all the nuances of word building. A few questions to consider. Are there other white spaces characters beside spaces in the text, like tab, new line, etc.? Are there empty strings where the default behavior of without arguments is to split it on white spaces and eliminate consecutive white spaces? That might be more accurate. All right, I might just go with the default behavior. It is fucking hell, it is lagging. Python and es funktioniert jetzt. I can just submit. Yep, now it works. Uh, refactor. Refactoring is so that the outer functionality of a function doesn't work, but the inner workings are rewired. Refactoring is a fancy word for rewriting your god awful code, so it is not so terrible. Refactoring doesn't change the behavior of your code, it just the way it is written. Let's refactor our project to use multiple Python files. Not only will it be useful for you to learn how to split code across files, but in this case, it will help us organize our code. We will use this structure, main.py, the entry point to our program, and any code that doesn't fit elsewhere. Stats.py, a file that contains functions for analyzing the text. Okay, move your functions that count the words into a new stats.py file. Import the function in your main.py file. It will look something like this. From stats, import this, where stats is the name of the file without using .py extension, and get nums words is the name of what I want to import. Okay, um in stats.py. Is that it? stats stats.py. And here I will create the function. Copy this, get this function, and yep, get word count. And here from stats yep, import, this is stats. Copy this from stats, import get word count. Yo, taking late never dies. That works. And after that, the CLI tests, of course. This, and then the second one that does work. Space S for submit, and yep, that does work. Experience is growing, and the meat of bookbot, counting characters. Go forward character by character. A dictionary to store everything. Add a new function to your stats.py file that takes the text from the book as a string and returns the number of times each character, including the symbol spaces, and appear in the string. Convert any character to lower space using not lower method. We don't want duplicates. Use a dictionary string to integer. String will be the key and integer will be the value. The return dictionary is position to the directory characters and dictionary of characters and their count. Right, and def get character count takes in text, and yep, here I will have to have some loop, and for c in text, yes, okay, and here equals t dictionary, and here I will, if c in dict, if it is already in dict, then dict bracket c plus equals 1, else dict c equals 1. Right? And at the end, when everything is all done, return dict, and also c equals c dot work, and import that function in main. I can do it like this, right? This comma get characters count, and here after printing the words, I will count char count equals get char count for the text that I got earlier, and then dict, but char count is a dictionary itself. Wait, what? Ah, Python main, and yep, that does print the dictionary. Then I have to do this. It starts at T. It does start at T, and seems like it will go. It won't go south, and it does work. Well, this chapter also chapter. Data and time print. Pretty report assignment. This is the structure of the report you need to print. It starts with this, and this is how everything is. All right. So I have to start here like this, and main.py. Wait, nope, my bad. Print 1, 2, 3, right? Yep. Print the whole thing, right? And here comes word count and a bit of space. This is formatted as string, strangely. And wait, that makes sense. Yep, and that is okay. After character count, I have to print the character count. Start on the one that is highest character. How do I sort? How do I sort it? If diction, I have no guaranteed order in dictionary. That right? I can go through it, sort it, right? Or I can do something. Yes, I will have to sort it. Get the maximum and nope. I can pass through the dictionary, go through the dictionary, and then print the maximum. After printing it, I can delete it and then print it again. It is a very retarded way to do this, but let's see. While okay, let me change this, and make this dict, and dict while dictionary is available, find the maximum, the character that appears maximum time. Max char. Yep, max char. Nothing. Max char is just nothing. It's empty character. And how will I get the max char? For c in dict if dict bracket max char. I can just start this at, let's say, a if dict max char is then dict c, then max char equals c, and at the end I can hope to have the maximum character here. Then I will print the maximum character in formatted string type, print c, which is the maximum character, semicolon, colon, space, and dict. Then it's count. Well, not c does not exist here. Max char, right? And then delete dict max char, and yep, after the while loop, in the that is a failure to print this, then this. Yep. Python main, and we have an error. Dict max char key error. A does not exist. Most recent call. Okay, first of all, it printed 70480 for some reason. And I guess count for E is correct. 44538. 44538, but it printed this as the maximum one. Assume that appeared for the maximum time. Okay, and see, table space in this we don't want duplicates, right? Add a new function this that takes another string and returns the number of characters, include symbols and spaces appearing in the string. In the string, I have to use symbols and spaces. That is absolutely everything. I have to use. Okay, dictionary is being created correctly, but there is some problem. Wait, 70480. Why am I printing 70480 here? 70480 was the answer that was wrong above, right? 70481, but it is also showing up here due to some reason. 70481 for C index if max char is less than, that is, the current character has a greater count, then change max char, and after going through the whole dictionary, print the maximum character and then delete it. That should work. Good enough. Okay. Okay, who is causing the problem? If this, okay, all right, that makes sense, I guess. Main.py, that makes a bit of sense because at the end, when I loop back here, max jar, what does it become? What does it become? It becomes equal to a, but a has been taken away. So what do I start max jar with? For C indict. Yep, I know that C does exist. Yes, that's where if max jar does exist, for which I will have to if max jar in dict, and only then check this. Otherwise, skip it. Skip it. Wait, but max jar will never be in the list. Else, if it's not in the list, how do I get any key from this dictionary? I can just do else if it does not exist. Okay. How do I get only one key, which I do not know? The only way to traverse in dictionary is through for C in dict. The question here is, how do I get max char to be equal to some element, some key that is actually in the dictionary? Dot max for C in dict. If max char in dictionary, then do this, else do that, and yep, how to get keys in dictionary. Right, so this is very inefficient. Max char equals list and dict keys, right, and its first element. That is very inefficient and very embarrassing to do. That is wrong, by the way. Yep. Is that? Is it? Is it wrong? Though I'm correct. I never know. You never know. No one ever knows. The structure should be like this, not exactly like this. And does it give me error? Nope. That seems to be correct. Yes, submit. And that will be helpful to see. And how can I use the sort method? Sort on return dict number. Equals. Okay, there is some key and a value, a key and a value. Okay, it is a list of dictionaries. All right, I have a list of dictionaries. How am I sorting them? Reverse true and key is sort on for everyone. Use this function. Okay, so I have to convert the dictionary into a list. Yep. If I want to use a method, that is. Okay, first, I will have to print this, which is a bit obvious, and then list char list equals list dict, and I can just do here list is equal to this thing, and then I just remove this whole thing, and here I want to sort it. Yep. Def sort on list that takes in something and gives me as well key, will be sort on. So on, I'll provide C. Okay, I have created a list of dictionary and all right. And how would I get the key for it? I do not even know the key for that dictionary. So I will take in the whole dictionary. Nope, I will. Wait, it will give me the dictionary. Yep. Wait, will it give me the dictionary? Let's see what does the list do. Print char list, like as in 4 lists, not blank. Python 3 main. Yep, and that is a list of keys. Okay, that is a list of keys. Now, since I have a list of keys, I can arrange these keys. Yep, yep, yep. In main.py, if I can sort these keys, def sort dictionary, and it will take in a char character and return. Okay, I will need the dictionary here. Let's see. And what is dictionary? How will I get the dictionary? How can I get access to the dictionary? I can never get access to the dictionary. How will I get access to the dictionary? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How will I get access to the dictionary? Because this function here is this thing, and that means I'm getting keys, but I want their values, and for to get their values, I need dictionary. I need access to the dictionary inside this function. How can I get access to the dictionary inside this function? I can create a wrapper function, right, which would return this. Oh yeah, um, yeah, wrapper function. Sort wrapper s, and this one takes in just the dictionary. Yep, this one takes in just the return return def. Wait, I will have to define function. Def sort dict. I can return a lambda function. Yes, okay. This will take C and return dict C, right, and return sort dict, right, and yeah, or like sort it, and so therefore does it. Okay, I don't have to return. Sort is not sort. Reverse equals. I wanted to sort, yep, from high to low. It's true. Yep, and key is wrapper sort dictionary. Call it with. I need access to the dictionary here. And this is in the dictionary, and char list is this dictionary, and here use policy and then for char list, I like print a few things. Print f, that is formatted string. First will come I, and it is I C, so that it actually means something. It is this with C and semicolon, and then the count, that is C. Wait, is that correct? That is actually correct. It was before, and I already submitted it. Book bot done almost. You have probably noticed that most CLI use like this. Don't work with hard-coded. They take in some inputs. Right now, book bot can only analyze Frank screen. That is not very useful, is it? System arguments. The built-in system module provides access to command line arguments. In particular, sys.argv argument vector, a list of strings representing the argument passed to the script. The first argument is the script name. Rest are the arguments. For example, but in this sys.argv looks like this. For in this, if I do this, sys.argv looks like this. So I have to make this compatible with this stuff. So it has to happen before getting the name. Okay. r equals sys dot arg v bracket 2. Sys is not defined. Sys dot arg system dot arg with that is not was sys not why does this not exist is a scab. It is a so it should be fucking accessible for args. This for args in sys dot arg right. Is dot arg v bracket 2 no bracket 1. Let's go and Python 3 right. Sys does not exist. What the heck is that? Okay, sys is not defined. Did you forget to import sys? Where do I import sys from? It is a standard built-in library. Import sys. Okay, that was it, I guess. Given the path, the spelling is wrong. And Python and error path no such file because I didn't give it a path. Right, and path is not slash books slash franken scene.txt. That does work. That does work. That is correct. So now I can do this good node project import two more movie and and books what should name should be movie dick of course. Movie dick.txt movie.txt and paste copy and books what the second one should be pride and prejudice. Pride and prejudice dce.txt. Oh, yep, of course. Nope, not of course. Yep, and let's see, that should work. That should work. That does work. Submit. Okay, become for something. Is this for expected standard play all of usage? This which one broke? Main RV list index out of range. For what? For when I am using it without an okay, I have two entries and I am using it without an entry. If RV doesn't have two entries, send a message explaining how to use. Alright, parts to book. Okay. Before blindly just doing this, if length of this dot arg v isn't equal to 2, then print this behemoth. Sys dot arg isn't equal to 2. Yes, that is stupid. This goes there. Expect facts. Let me do that. Now it should. Okay, I'm directly submitting. And fuck. Okay, which one? It gave error for Frankenstein. Books slash Frankenstein. CD books and ls Frank Nenstein Franken Stein Franken Stein dot txt moviedic dot txt and pride and prejudice dot txt expected standard error to standard output to contain. Okay, it worked fine for moviedic. It worked fine for it did not work fine for this. It wanted to contain all of this thing. That is the correct thing. Expected std out to contain 44 E44538 E4453. Okay, it is complaining because I am starting at this. Let me read this. Remove any hard-coded book path from your code. At the beginning of main.py import this module, if RB doesn't have two entries, print a message this explaining usage and exit the program with status code this using sys exit. Alright, that is not something that I did. Okay, I'm not in main.py. Back main.py and in here this happens and this dot exit with 1. Right, and use the second argument this as path to your book, test your path with Python Frankenstein.txt and make sure it works as expected. Download some more books from Google. This is this and submit and rerun. Let's see without submitting how does it work. Mhm. That seems about right. Count it code 1 and yep, that seems about right. It should work. Does it? Try again. Why? In the first one it expected this, but I printed this. Why would it expect this? I am counting spaces, no? So books slash Frankenstein. Copy this and Python 3 and main.py and Frankenstein and if that is a correct response. Wait, what? Nope. There is a blank space due to some reason. Because it is a new line. And that is how you print a new line. Right, and it was correct. It was deemed as correct when I was testing it. When in this part, I suppose, then I did Boot.dev and I got some errors. Okay, before moving and all that. Okay, this was when I was trying to get in path. Before this is here, I was trying to sort and I had already submitted it. Yep, this one. Yep. At this point here, it is saying that this is correct, but then below it is saying that this is not correct. It says 111 2 2 2 2. Right, and what does it say in the latest one? 1 2 2 2 2. Yep, it should have worked. Select correct. Expected to contain this thing, but it is contained in there. Wait, is it not printing these books? It is moving it and should also be printing right and prejudice.txt and it is printing both of them. Would have run this right and it should have worked right and yeah, it should work for this one. Is this and this is not red, so I'm supposing that that is correct. Expect error code 0 and expect standard output to be this, which all of these and this which is correct, and expect this to contain this and this which is correct. I can legally sub and I do not want to see any errors. There are errors. Why? It is in both of these. What is the problem? Is it because there is no space after that? Main.py. Shit, if that was the problem, then to your repo, submit the link of my GitHub repo. I commit, I add a description of changes. Okay, git and everything and git commit message. Completed the project and then git push gp. That is enough and yep, submit run all checks and that is the course. Did listen. We completed this. Now we have to do learn object-oriented programming in the next one and then build as asteroids. That would be cool. Only 3 chapters and this one only has we'll complete this tomorrow. And that is the shit. It took me